might have to disengage here. I don't know, though. Come on, Beta, get in. There's a space. Get in, get in, get in, get in. Yes! We got in. All right, I'm probably going to have to disengage to get into this far right lane. The traffic is already backed up before you could even get on the highway from this most recent on-ramp here. So we'll... Oh! Do it! Oh my God. Wow! People don't merge like this. This is pretty new behavior for me. What's going on YouTube, Twitter? Josh again. I am driving down from the north suburbs, sort of, down into the city. We're going to have some residential streets with speed humps, speed bumps, busy streets, highway, probably some traffic on the highway at this time of day. So enjoy the drive. I will only disengage if there's a problem, and I will let you know if I intervene at all. But you can see here that blue wheel means that FSD is engaged. I will have to touch the steering wheel at times, just to let the car know that I'm here and I'm paying attention. My eyes are always on the road. Make sure that the car does what it's supposed to do. And again, for those that are new to Tesla, this blue lane path shows where the car is going. And when it's dark blue, that is where it's going, and it's going now. If Beta, and you'll see these little chevrons just come up, that means it's going to slow down or stop. But where that dark blue path ends is where Beta plans to stop. And if it's a light blue path, that's where it wants to go, but it's not going yet for whatever reason. Stop sign, waiting for traffic. So you see those little chevrons now. It's coming to a stop for the stop sign. Come to our complete NHTSA approved stop, and we're off. Now I have about 30,000 miles of Beta driving under my belt. I've been in the program since November of 2021. I just started doing these videos. And my channel is going to be FSD videos, but also talking about solar panels, battery storage. So I'm a big Tesla fan. I'm a big renewable energy, sustainable energy fan. I think it's imperative that we move to solar and battery storage to get off gas, not necessarily for the green aspect, but just for energy independence, energy security. I saw a tweet the other day saying OPEC decided it was going to cut production of oil, and I don't care. But I know a lot of Americans have to live by whatever rules the Saudis, the princes in Saudi Arabia, and Vladimir Putin, and all these other people across the world, when they decide they need to increase the price of oil, they stop production. And a lot of Americans have to keep paying that price. I don't go to gas stations. And with solar on my roof, which I'm doing now, I'm gonna have a lot of autonomy. I'm not gonna have to worry about any princes in Saudi Arabia deciding they need to make more money. Not off me. But yeah, I got into Tesla. I would say I saw Tesla for what it was in late 2019. Started investing right before the pandemic. I used to be in financial planning and investments. I decided to leave that business after getting into Tesla stock. And basically figured out that this is what I wanted to do, not necessarily driving autonomously. That's really not why I got into Tesla stock, but just for the whole electric revolution where we can own our own electricity on our roofs. We have a huge fusion reactor in the sky, and every day that we do not capture that energy is a day wasted. That's my opinion. It's common sense. I think a lot of Americans will come to that realization over time. It's just stupid to not get that energy. But yeah, so I design solar systems now for Cyber Solar. I just started this business. I've been in the solar business for a few months. And if you're interested in getting a solar design, go to cybersolar.net. Obviously, Tesla does solar, and they will be the best, cheapest solution. But are they the best solution for you? That depends. And I'll talk about that in solar videos. Most of this drive is going to be pretty boring. The car does it all. I haven't done anything. Touch the wheel when it wants me to touch the wheel, but that's it. It's just normal driving through my neighborhood. Now I'm on a pretty busy street here in Tampa. My car handles this fine. I have the assertive mode on. I don't have the minimal lane changes on. I'm going to let Beta do its thing. The minimal lane changes, though, this is a pro tip. If you're doing a road trip, turn that on when you're on the highway. Get behind a big rig and just draft behind it. And that will increase your efficiency. I just did that from North Georgia to Tampa over the weekend. Going to increase the speed here to allow my car to go with the flow of traffic. That is a driver preference. I do not count that as an intervention. can, in the settings, have an offset, 10, 15, 20% of the speed limit. But then the problem with that is in residential neighborhoods, your car's always trying to hit that max speed, and if there's speed humps, it's going to keep going over the speed humps too fast. So that's why I keep my offset at 0, and when I'm on a fast street, I'd rather just increase the speed there. So this could be a little bit of an issue here. I think a car is making an illegal left turn up ahead. And so I am stopped behind the cars behind that car, and the right lane is wide open. In previous versions of this software, my car may have immediately tried to go around. And while that sounds good, I guess it is legal to turn here. There are areas up here, like there's a left turn where sometimes people will turn right here, and that's certainly illegal. But sometimes in earlier versions of the software, the car would immediately try to go around any kind of traffic if there was an open lane, and sometimes that's not advisable. There it would have worked. But sometimes you're in traffic for a reason, and going around the cars in front of you isn't the right thing to do. I just posted my first YouTube video a few minutes ago. That's part of that drive from North Georgia to Tampa. It's through Atlanta with rain and heavy traffic at times. And I should be uploading videos pretty constantly. I think I'm gonna record a video on most days, and as I get faster at editing, I'll put more videos up. But right now, this is kind of boring. This technology is going to change the world. It's going to make driving safer. There's going to be less accidents. There's going to be less road rage. That's a problem here in Florida. You can get shot for driving a car the way, if you drive it a way somebody doesn't like behind you. And that was a very good merge onto the freeway here, or at least got up to speed well. Probably should have its turn signal on right here. Well, Tesla will fix that. I'm increasing the speed now. This is driver preference. The speed limit is 55. I want to go 72 on this freeway. I don't know why it's 55. Here we go. Nobody's driving 55 on this highway here. going back to my first video that I posted, that is 80. Oh, there's a Tesla on the side of the road. The Tesla got hit by a truck. Probably the truck was up on its tail. But back to the video that I just posted. It's an 83-minute drive through Atlanta. Traffic, rain, and I had one disengagement that entire time. It's at the very end of the video where we're getting off to go to the supercharger. The navigation knew I had to keep going straight before making my right turn, but for some reason Beta wanted to get in the right turn lane only before that turn, and so I disengaged right at the very end. But on the freeway, it did fantastic. And lane selection is definitely my biggest pet peeve. It's the reason for most of my disengagements. Look at that merge. That was like a boss. There was a car behind me who was going to try to cut me off from behind, and Beta sped up and got into the middle lane. That was a great lane change. But yeah, lane selection it's been the biggest problem for Beta for really the last 6 months, I'd say. And the second problem I have, most often disengaged reason, is yield sign behavior. Sometimes Beta wants to come to a complete stop at a yield sign. So I'll actually disengage on those sometimes just so I can leave a voice note for the Tesla team. Because if I just intervene with the pedal, I don't know if they understand why that happened. I gotta say, I like that Beta's wanting to get over to this right lane already. Sometimes it waits too long. There can be a lot of traffic here, as you can tell. I have a truck behind me that's probably getting a little upset. Let's see what we do. Behind me that's probably getting a little upset. Let's see what we do. I might have to disengage here. I don't know though. Come on, Beta, get in. There's a space. Get in, get in, get in, get in. Yes! We got in. Alright, I'm probably going to have to disengage to get into this far right lane. The traffic is already backed up before you could even get on the highway from this most recent on-ramp here. So we'll... Oh! Do it! Oh my God. Wow! People don't merge like this. This is pretty new behavior for me. So I'm on 11.4.2. I am not on the most recent FSD update. But that was spectacular. I have not had Beta merge in like that yet. And I think I'd said in an earlier video that hasn't been posted yet that Beta is getting a bit more aggressive. And so every time you have an update, you kind of have to learn to trust it again. And so now that it's gotten a bit more aggressive over the last update, you know, I'm starting to get a feel for it. I've had this update for over a week now. And yeah, you just got to give it time to trust it, you know, make sure you know what it's doing. And wow, that was fantastic. My favorite merge ever. That was awesome. There are people that can't get into this lane like that. Look at all these cars up here creating traffic because they couldn't get into this lane. Or they might want to cut the lane, but now they just stop up front and cause traffic and potential accidents. I was thinking I was going to have a disengagement. and the traffic was backed up all the way to the next on-ramp or previous on-ramp. That was great. Wow. There's a big smile on my face. Oh my God. Lane selection and merging are getting so good. Or lane selection needs improvement, but it's better than it used to be. My car got into the lane early enough to even attempt this. There was a time when my car would try to get over. It would be in that left lane and want to get over too late, and then I would end up having to keep going straight and get on another on-ramp to go to my destination. But now Beta is getting into the correct lane early enough to make this merge. This is fantastic. Wow, my mind is blown. My mind is blown. Wow. A little hesitation there, but that's what are you going to do? The car's being cautious. Wow. So I have a Tesla Model Y, a Tesla Model 3. My wife has the Model 3, and her car just got the brand new update. So she has 11.4.3. I'm still on 11.4.2. So hopefully I get my update in the next day or so. But I am extremely impressed with this build. And I just got this build a couple weeks ago at most. I don't remember when I got it, but I haven't had it that long. And so now there's another update. So what's this guy doing? My car's more courteous to people than people are. Oh, let's see if we do a ride on red here. This is pretty tight. Wow, okay. I don't know what just happened there. It was safe, it did it well. I would not have been that aggressive myself. There was a truck making a right turn. I don't know if Beta was projecting that car to make a right turn, and that's why it turned. If it did, that is next level. But sometimes I'll just chalk things up that it's better to be lucky than good. But it may have been projecting that truck to make a right. I would not have been that aggressive, and I'm an aggressive driver. Wow. I will have a disengagement coming up. So I will have a disengagement coming up in a little bit, because I have to make a left into a parking lot, and I am going to cross double yellow lines. Beta will not do that, or at least I don't think it will. It hasn't before. I come here every Tuesday, so we'll see. But I would not expect it to do that, and I will not count that disengagement at all. So I think I went 8.5, 9 miles on some busy streets, some traffic on the highway, not one intervention, not one disengagement. We are getting so close to autonomy, it's not even close. It's not even funny.